Hello, my fellow wolves. It's Night, the alpha of the Lunar Pack, or the demon wolf of the moon. I am with GOD What Ifer, and we're just doing a what if Deku was cheated on. With a twist.
And you know me, I am the god of black, the god of darkness itself. It's a GOD. Also, before we start this whole out, I need all of you to go subscribe to me. I'm trying to reach 1.5K before the 12th of December, or no, 2K. Yeah, 2K before the 12th of December. Now, back to the video.
Alright, let's say this is gonna be an 18 plus. And sorry for all the fucking noise in the background, okay? Let's get on. Let's say Deku and... I'm gonna make Uraraka the bitch in this. And let's say Deku and Uraraka been dating for a couple of years after the USJ attack.
Deku's gonna get transported to the Ruby universe.
What?
He's gonna have the power to all the Rubies.
Hold on, say that again?
He's gonna get transported to the Ruby universe.
I really can't fucking hear you.
Ruby universe.
What is that?
I'm gonna send you a picture.
Just send me a picture.
What's good?
Say that again? Oh, that. We could do that.
He's not gonna get transported. The four girls are gonna be armed. Right?
Or can you say they got teleported there? To the My Hero Academia universe.
And Zuko's gonna be the first person they meet.
Yeah, they get teleported to Dagobah Beach. Alright, Deku has a present for Uraraka's birthday.
Let me do the backstory. Can I do the backstory?
Yeah.
So, we start off with, this is middle school, right? Uraraka's gonna cheat on Deku in the summer. And he's gonna find out when he goes home. So Izuku already got All Might's quirk. He's training with the quirk right now. And Izuku's going back home. When he reaches home, he hears a lot
Of moaning.
and he goes into where it's coming from. He thought it was his mother and father getting dirty down and dirty, right? But little did Izuku know, it was actually a senior in Uraraka fucking. Alright. Continue this part off.
And Deku walks in on them, and then Deku's eyes, instead of turning pale, his eyes turn red as a blood moon during the infinite Tsukuyomi in Naruto. And his lightning.
I have to go do something.
Alright.
Right quick.
Hold on. I'll just continue without him. You know what? I'll pause it. Oh, fuck. And and let's say one of the quirks of One For All was a pocket dimension with weapons in it. And Deku walks in on them. His eyes turn red as the blood moon during the Infinite Tsukuyomi during Naruto. And Deku summons a sight in his hand.
He don't kill them.
He don't kill them. He just gives them multiple cuts. Oh, Should this be a villain or a vigilante?
Those around the arms and legs.
Yeah. What should this type of what if be? Villain or a vigilante or hero?
He's gonna be a vigilante and hero.
I got the best thing for it. And Deku, instead of crying it out like he normally does, he disappears. He disappears out of their sight. Like a flash of light just appears, and he is running to Dekaba Beach, punching metal that's still on that beach, just punching it into pulp, metal, dust, anything that he can do. And then four girls appear out of nowhere, and says, "Who are you?" With the scythe still in his hand. What are their names, anyways? I really do not know them.
How dare you not know their names?
I'm a
I don't know their names either.
I'm a mental unstable person with anime. Let's just call them Diana.
Hold up.
I
One of their names is Rose, Ruby Rose. Alright.
That would be the right one then.
That's Ruby Rose, yeah. Blake.
That would be
The cat ears.
okay.
Whis. Blue hair.
White, you mean?
White hair. And Yang Xiao, which is yellow hair.
Alright.
So Yang, Rose, Whis, and Blake.
Ruby says their names and they say that will be who we are and who are you. I'm Izuku Midoriya. And what are your quirks? I'm a...
I'm surprised.
Let's say they say, what are quirks? Oh, fuck. Don't tell me. And let's say he met different dimension Dekus before, like Nightmare Deku. Nightmare Deku. It says, oh, fuck, another dimension, people. Ugh. No wonder Nightmare said beware. Who? A different version of me. Whatever. So you're in a different dimension called My Hero Academia or Boku no Hero Academia. Right now, let's just get over this. Quirks are powers that people are born with. 25% of the people are not born with quirks, and 75% are. That's all you really need to know. Everything else is normal. So let's just say the cat ears quirk is called it's a Neko. I really can't remember the name. The red one is fire. The blue
Actually, the red one, Ruby is known as, if I remember correctly, she's known as the red scythe.
So she can summon a scythe.
Blake is known as the ninja cat.
So Ninja Neko.
Ninja Nico. Whis is known as the snow. The sword.
The Snow Princess.
Sword princess, right? The snowing sword princess. And Yang something, because Yang, she's known as the powerful one.
Let's just say
it's the lion. She's known as the lion.
So her quirk is a lion, the one is a Ninja Neko, one is a Scythe Summoner, and one is a Snow quirk. That's basically it. And it says, alright. Let's go to my spare apartment. Let's say Deku got a job that pays well. Like a restaurant, he's the chef. And they go to his apartment saying, you can stay here.
Deku's still mad, and Ruby's going to be like, why are you so mad?
My girl just cheated on me. Let's just say he says that. And they're like, What do you mean, girl? My girlfriend cheated on me with a senior from my high school. Now, if you don't mind, I need to go get my clothes. And he just disappears and gets his clothes, and he appears. All right. And that bitch is kicked out of my parents' apartment. And let's say he told his parents. And let's say Hasashi is more in this what if, because I'm not going with that all for one theory.
Honestly, I think he is truly all for one.
Yeah. It's like Star Wars. You remember how Darth Vader was the father of Luke?
Yeah, so did you know My Hero Academia was made after Star Wars?
Yeah.
So it makes sense. I think all for one truly is his dad.
Yeah, but I'm still not going with that idea.
Come on.
Alright, and then Deku told their parents, his parents and her parents and her parents are really disappointed in her. They kicked her out. Type of disappointment.
They were trying to get, and then after they took us to Deku's house, right?
Yeah. And he told his parents, and then this girl, you know where Deku dropped her off? He dropped her off in the middle of nowhere. And then just executed her.
No, stop that.
No. He just left her there for dead.
No, let's say she comes to his house, right?
Yeah.
And she knocks on the door. She said, "Can I stay here for a bit?"
And her parents
She said, "Get the fuck out of my face." I didn't.
And then Uraka sees all of our girls saying, "Who are they? None of your fucking business now, leave." And then let's say Nightmare Sun's Deku and Horrortail's Deku appear saying, "Why am I feeling so much negativity from this dimension?" We cheated on Deku. Oh, I finally got fucking cheated on, Nightmare. Deku. Oh shit, he looks pissed the fuck off. Let's go over now. And they say that in a scared off tone. And Black Portal up here saying, "Let's go now." Nightmare Deku says to Horrortail Deku. And they just go into that portal and the portal dissipates.
Dissipates, you said.
Yeah, whatever. Disappears basically. And they go like, and Raka's like, "Who was that?" "Another version of me. Now go fuck yourself. Your parents know, and my parents know. So go F yourself, bitch." And Deku just backhand slaps her. And she goes flying down the hall. And then he just flips her off. And just closes the door.
I'm thinking of who Izuku's power is. Exactly.
Let's say it's called...
No. His power is being called multi-universal control, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of exactly. He's gonna have the power
To teleport to different dimensions, basically, and universes.
Yeah. And if he can fuse with the main character's soul and take their powers, he's gonna have a huge horror around the world.
Oh, I thought of something.
What's up?
He goes to, Abyssal Sans Deku. You know that one, right?
No, let's give him abyss magic.
Huh?
Let's give him magic, right?
Yeah.
Not any magic. Abyss magic.
This is what I'm saying. He goes to one of the Abyss Dekus. The one that is with Asta. Or whatever his name is. He just fuses with him saying, "Thank you for the power, other me." And just appears saying, "I finally got the power of the Abyss."
Right? Well, he has the power of darkness and the abyss. He's the god of darkness.
Yeah, basically, he's the god of the Abyss.
Right, so now he teleports back to the house.
Yeah. And he says,
See Uraraka still on the floor outside of his home.
and he says, "What are you still doing here, bitch?" He says, "Come on, come on, please. I didn't mean it, bitch."
Haha.
Huh?
He does. Let me do the evil. Let me do that line. He does it. It's like this. Ha ha ha. You didn't mean it, right? Get the fuck off my porch now.
He says, "Get
And
up."
he sounded serious.
And then after that, he
Got
says,
scared.
"Leave now before I change my mind of leaving you alive." And then a sight appears on him. Like, I mean, a sight, and then a abyss blaster appears. Abyss chains appear around him, looking like snakes about to attack. He says, "Leave now." And she just books it. She runs.
She said, fuck careful.
Fuck. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. And just runs. And now, uh, then Ruby comes out saying, "What's with all the screaming?" "Oh, nothing. Just scared off someone." Alright. And let's say Ruby and the other girls are just in nightgowns. See-through nightgowns.
Right?
And
And he looks and he said, oh,
he says, "Oh shit," and gets a nosebleed.
thanks.
And he goes
And then
like,
he just looks around. And then he says, he
"You..."
wakes up and he's on Ruby's legs. He's like, what the fuck happened? Right? And then he looks, he's whose legs he's on, and then my book gets another nose when he gets knocked out for it. That can count.
And they take him to the couch. And let's say he's on what is her name? The ninja cat, basically, on her laps. And he wakes up and he says, "Alright, you get that room, and you two get those rooms." Like, he splits them up into two groups and puts them into, let's say it's like a 3-bedroom apartment. They each get a room, they each divide and share a room, and Deku just sleeps on the couch because he's not going into a room.
Yeah, because Deku has class.
Yeah. Because he's not that type of dude. Or is he?
He's not. You make Deku stop that video.
No, I'm not. That was just a joke.
No. Because you would never make such a curse thing.
No. I just watched the what if that make Deku pervert to see if it becomes interesting or not, and then I just leave. If it's not.
If it becomes interesting and he loses his pervertedness,
Yeah.
that would be cool.
Yeah. And Deku just
You know
says,
what? We're gonna make an Issei what if as soon as we're done with this. I'm gonna watch the dishes while we're making the Issei while we're making it.
I didn't hear you, what?
We're gonna make an Issei what if after this. And
Ooh.
Issei's gonna lose his pervertedness.
And I know the perfect thing.
Exactly.
What if Issei was betrayed?
Oh yes. I like that.
I have watched so many Isseis got betrayed. I got the perfect plot. All right, let's continue this. What if?
Alright, so
While while the girls are sleeping, Deku's cooking himself up some rice,
right.
some good soup. He eats it up and says, "Time to visit
No,
Nightmare."
dude, let's say he ate curry.
Curry, yeah.
Right? He ate curry.
Some good spicy curry, not some nonchalant curry.
Normal,
Spicy.
mild curry. That was
Some good curry.
God level curry.
Some god curry, yeah. And he says, "Time to visit Nightmare." He says, "Well, hello."
These are all the other Dekus, right?
Yeah.
But it has to be like it can't be villain Deku. It has to be any Deku that's from a universe where it's like a creepypasta, close to a creepypasta.
Let's say he goes to Slenderman's son, Deku.
Right?
Yeah, he says, "Why, hello." other me. And let's say it's while the mention while Sentiment is here. And Zero go and says, they say, who the fuck are you?
And then no, that Deku says, "Oh, hello, Deku."
It's been a while, hasn't it? And he says, yes it has. Has your AU started? Yes it has, my dude. And they say, who is he? And Slenderman says, who is he, son? Another version of myself. There's multiple.
And then that's when Izuku says,
I,
um,
I'm
you,
the I'm the version who got cheated on.
Slenderman's son. He said, Slenderman's son. You do know I'm have to fuse with you so we can get the universe back into the proper. Yes.
And Slenderman says, sorry, no can do. Says, fine, I'll go to a different version of you. I actually like this version. I hate the let's say it's a vigilante. He goes to a vigilante one. And he fuses with that Deku. That Slenderman son Deku. Says, finally got the Slender's powers. Then he says, I'm going to Nightmare's AU. He appears in Nightmare AU. Saying, why hello, Nightmare, why hello, Horror, why hello, Dust. Why hello, Killer.
He said the same things, and he told them that we have to fuse together so we can bring the universe back into its original, so we can bring back the original Deku, right?
And they say, let's just say they say no. Give it time. Give it time.
Let's just say that he just needed two of the bodies, right?
Yeah.
And he said, and then let's say one of them said yes. Let's say just said yes.
And then
he says, thank you, yes. You just helped me a lot.
And then Deku just fuses with him. And then he says, I'll give you time. I'll give you an AU
let's
years.
Say no trick when he said I'm gonna give you time.
Yeah.
Like you were tricking him.
No, let's say he actually gives them time. They say he says you have 1 day in your AU, but a millennium in the anti-void. So you either go into the anti-void to think of for a millennium, or you think for it in a day. He says which one you choose. They say anti-void. Fine by me. He just snaps his finger in there in the anti-void. Think it through. And he just disappears. And for them it's a millennium. But for Deku it's a day. When that millennium passes, he says, have you thought it through? And let's say Killer appears saying, yes, I have. And I choose yes. And then Deku and Killer fuse, and then he says, Nightmare, Horror, you have been saved by Killer. And then they just appear in their thing, and he summons the original Deku. He says, original Deku. Oh fuck, why you summoned me? Let's say what should he do? Are you there?
I'm there. I'm thinking.
Yeah, what should he do? What he should do?
No, let's say he don't. No, let's say he becomes the original Deku, right?
He fuses with the original Deku. So he becomes OP, a little more OP. Then let's say he summons a clone of the original Deku and sends him into his AU so it doesn't go into shambles and the rest of the AUs disappear.
And now he's got to go around to all of the cheated on Deku world, and he's gonna give them powers.
And
right?
Let's say he goes to the one where he gets cheated on by Rocka and with Bakugo, and he dates Mei Hasume and gives him the powers, some powers of
No, he gives him the power to build anything
he wants.
He wants because it's gonna make sense.
Yeah. And let's say he goes to The one he dates Jiro. He gets cheated on by Uraka with Denki and he dates Jiro.
Deku was a little bit sad because mad at the same time, but he couldn't do anything.
And let's say he
So he framed Deku.
framed
Basically,
Deku.
Deku is known as the UA villain, right?
And he appears and he says, "Oh, instead of giving you power, I will give you control of the mental
And so
mind."
instead of giving you power, I'll give you your universe, right?
And then he just snaps his finger saying, "You have full control of what happens in this universe. But let me free you." He snaps his finger and then a guard says, "You're free to go, Midoriya." And let's say there's a guard that was kind to Izuku. And then Deku appears in front of you in the dorm living room. And everyone's there. And they say, "What are you here, villain?" "Why, hello." And then, let's say cheated on Deku appears saying, "I am a god of the multiverse. I'm here. I fused with the original Izuku Midoriya. I came to help frame Midoriya. Now you excuse me. I have to go into the anti-void and help one of the abyssals." And a black void portal appears. And then, let's say a diamond chain comes out of it. And Deku catches it. Our Deku catches it, saying, "Oh shit, they're still fighting? Fuck." And he appears and he walks through it. He says, "Bye bye." And the portal disappears. And he says, "Stop the fucking fighting, Abyssal Chara and Abyssal Sans." Says, "Who are you?" "I am from a universe known as My Hero Academia or Boku no My Hero, Hero Academia. I fuse with Abyssal Deku, Dust Tails Deku, and Killer Deku, and original Deku, or classic, you can say. Like, if you need, I'm here to stop the fighting between you guys." "Why?" "I fused with my original counterpart, meaning I am stronger than both of you." He says, "Shit, you're right." Abyssal says, "What do you need?" "Oh, nothing, just came in here to stop you fighting."
You guys were bickering like little children. It annoyed me.
Yeah, he says that, and he goes like, And Abyssal says, You're telling the truth, aren't you?" "Ah, ha, 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 you finally understand. I'm the god around here. I'm the god of the abyss, the anti-void, and the void itself. The void of the anti-void, the void of the abyss. I am the void itself. You cannot avoid me. I know where you are at every time, location, even what you're doing. Now if you need me, I'll be in my AU." And then let's say, purplish, reddish portal appears. He goes
Okay, let's stop with this. Let's stop. We still need to go back and get the ruby, the ruby spot, right? Let's not do that.
and let's say they go,
So after this, he said, "I'm going home. I've done enough."
and he just appears, and the Ruby Squad basically is he has like 5 white shirts in his house. They each have one of his white shirts, and they don't have any pants on. And Deku's like, and he's like, and Deku is bigger than most kids his age. He's like around 16, 18, 17-ish. Let's say 17.
But yeah, 5, 6'7".
Yeah, 6'6", 7". And he goes like, go put on some pants, ladies. Actually, hold on. And he gives them some clothes on. Says, alright, you wanna come with you wanna go train with me? Says, sure. And Deku says, I go easy on you. Says, you suit yourself. And then the white one summons her snow. Let's say she can summon a snow sword, and the yellow one turns into a lion.
No, that's the element. This is the other one is a brawler,
What?
right? She's a brawler. She's a fighter.
Uh,
This fight.
she puts on knuckles. She puts knuckles on. He puts knuckles on.
We don't have to watch. We don't have to watch the movie after this.
Yeah. Let's say she just puts on some knuckles on, and the ninja cat goes into a ninja position, and she just summons her scythe. Ruby summons her scythe.
That's Ruby. Ruby is something besides, and they're about to attack Zuko. They're attacking Zuko all together. You know what Zuko did?
He summons a pistol blaster.
He summons the Gaster, but he also summons the Abyss Chain, right? And he wraps them around all of them. And then he noticed how just gonna use the Gaster Blast. Yeah, not gonna use the chain at all.
Yeah, and then let's say he uses karma bones. The blue ones. Let's say if you run through the blue ones, you get paralyzed.
He didn't have all of the other powers. He just had Gaster's power.
No, he summons his hands. He summons the hand of hatred, basically. The soul of hatred, basically. He says, I control your hatred now. And he says, the brawler has full of hatred. And just control her hatred, and turning it into rage. And just making her attack her friends.
Well, she's not gonna attack her.
Yeah.
It's gonna be more like she's gonna...
And then Deku uses his blue magic hand, lifts up Ruby, and tosses her into the water. Not to the point she'll drown type of water, like she's floating.
He tosses into like the like it's deep but not too.
Yeah, she can stand up in deep. And he tosses the Neko up into the air, catching her with a Gaster Blaster mouth. Not sharp teeth, but just the mouth. And the snow one, he uses the soul of justice and just starts shooting her. And says,
You know a lot about Gaster, don't you?
yeah, I'm kind of a Undertale and My Hero Academia type of dude. And High School DxD. Yeah, it's the soul of justice. The soul of justice can shoot.
That's not what I was talking about.
What?
You said the blue. The blue hand. It's called the blue hand.
It's teal basically. Or blue magic.
But it's not called the blue hand. It has a name.
I really don't know his names of the abilities. I just know what they can do.
Okay.
And they just go like, how are you so strong? I fused with my counterparts. I fused with the original version of me. So, there's not really nothing that can kill me.
The original version had one frog, so it gave him a boost on his gas, making him even more powerful.
And let's say Ink Deku appears saying, why have you messed with the original timeline? What? It's not really that messed up.
Stronger than the original Deku.
Yeah, because he's the creator and protector of the AUs.
Yes, so that Ink Deku is gonna say you're gonna have to return everybody else to the AU, but you can keep Gaster's power. Alright.
He says, hold on. I have said I can give the power. I'll keep the power, but I'll just multiply basically, and give it to the original Deku, and then do
And
the
then
same thing
and
for
then Izuku tries to
Killer and Dust.
shush, let me talk. I'm good with stuff like this.
Mhm.
So Izuku tries to multiply it. It doesn't. It only multiplies once, right? And then Izuku's like, "What? But I used to be able to multiply times 10, right?"
Yeah.
And then he says, "Well, I'm sorry, but it then he takes the power, and then Deku says, "Oh, you can multiply it once. I'm gonna have to take the powers back. Sorry." And he does that. And he said, "But you can keep the Gaster power.
And the Abyss. Let's say the Abyss, because he needs that Abyss
Keep
powers.
the Abyss and the Gaster power." No, you know what? He says, and Deku says, "No, I'm gonna fuse the Abyss and Gaster power. You can keep that
And
for
then he
now."
says, I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that. And then
And
you
then,
know,
and then
Deku leaves.
Ink says, you're calmer than Nightmare, but stronger than him. I'm
Right?
terrified. He says that in his head. He says, shh. Alright, I'll be gone. And he just disappears.
Let's say no, because let's say Deku's the scariest Deku, right?
Yeah.
So Deku with the Abyss power, she's scared of Big Deku. That's the only Deku he's scared of because he has the power to wipe King Deku out, right? He's like, okay, and he was shaking at first when he came because he heard King Deku. He's like, oh no. He's like, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no.
But he found out he's a chill, calm, collected dude.
Right?
Unless you mention Oraka. He says, how are you in Ura? And that bitch chains appear right in front of Ink Deku says, finish that sentence and this goes right through your head. He
And
says,
he says, when he says that waste of pure ink, right? He says, how are you in that waste of pure ink? And Izuku says, the same as ever. She's living on the streets. I'm living with my feet up, right? And then Ink just leaves. He said, okay, bye. I hope you don't mess with the universe again.
and when
And
Deku
this
and
time
when
you won't
Ink
have any
appears in
power.
the, let's say, paper area basically, he says, I'm never going back to that AU.
So Ink is scared of original Deku, and original Deku is scared of Ink. Right? So it's like a mutual scared fight.
Yeah.
So Ink said, "I'm never going back," and then Izuku said, "Ink, please don't come back."
And they say that out loud, and the portal is just about to close. And they say, what was that? And they said, nothing.
Like, hello.
You cut out again.
Goodbye. Good dog.
So yeah, and they go to the entrance exam.
He's actually going to my.
What?
I'm talking to my sister.
Uh, and
Okay, now come on.
let's skip to the entrance exam. So that will be like 9 months.
10 months. Izuku training with his
No,
his
the
guy.
the entire thing we were talking about just happened within a month.
All right. Yeah, it happened with it.
Then 9 months pass, and Deku says, "Welcome to UA, girls. Time to do the entrance exam."
And let's say Izuku in those 9 months teach them about the
His universe, basically.
he teaches them everything. How they
And
can't kill.
um,
I'm not gonna lie to you. Jake was pretty mad about that.
but he says you can beat the crap out of them,
You could beat the crap out of it. And then she said, that's even better.
but not killing them.
And
And
she
then.
gets sad again.
Then he says, make sure not to kill anyone during the entrance exam. Because they're not going to be in the same zones.
Let's say your Rocket's parents felt bad for her, they wanted to get her back. And they put her in UA, hoping that she would change. Right?
Yeah, and because UA already has dorms.
Yeah.
So they just trained her in her quirk and then kicked her out again.
No, they did train her.
Yeah.
They trained her, but they didn't kick her out. They're gonna kick her out when she gets enough money to buy her own house.
Or
right?
gets into UA.
Right. They're gonna kick her out.
And they say, Deku says and sees Uraraka, and Deku starts twitching his head. He starts twitching.
His darkness was coming out. His darkness was coming out. The 70s were around him. You can see he's turning, his skin is turning white. His eyes were going blue and black. And it was becoming demonically. And all the girls,
They say, calm down. And let's say they started dating, like all four of them started dating Deku within those 9 months.
Right. And they've offered him to say, calm down.
And he
right?
says, he says, fine. And let's say he controls his AU to. I was gonna do something, but then you would have hated me for that. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I was gonna give him wolf ears and a wolf tail, but I said never mind. Cause Dark Angel wings. I'm okay with that because have you seen you saw the Gotcha Club with Villain Deku? I put on the thing.
Yeah, so.
And he goes like, instead of those, and then his wings just appears on his back saying, these are the only way I can regulate the power right now. And they say fine, but keep them, but don't hit no one with them. He says fine, I won't hit no one.
And that thing is Deku as a little trick. He hits all four of them the way he did, flies away. Right? Full of jokes of it. And then they start chasing together, and they start chasing each other. He still comes down.
He says, but it's fun up here.
And he said, come up here. It's really beautiful.
And then let's say his hawk was flying by.
And then a hawk shoots him in the head, and he goes down.
No, let's say there were hawks were flying by. His eyes were closed, and Deku's eyes were closed, and they run into each other.
Right,
and they both fall down.
And if you see hawks get, like the hawk said, "Hey, can we be weight bros?" Right? Weight bros, right?
And Deku says, "Fuck it, why not?"
Right, Deku said, "Fuck it, why not? We can weight bros now."
See you after the entrance exam. So, and let's say Hawks is around their age. Like,
Hawks is around their age. Now let's say Hawks is third year.
Yeah, third year.
Hawks is third year. And you see, you can just like, wow. Wow, that's beautiful. And then when he enters with 4 girls, and all the girls are holding him.
And they're like,
let's say Ruby is the smallest, right?
And let's say Mineta up here saying, Are you taking all these girls? If not, can I have one? And Deku's
And then Izuku, like Izuku's wings turn demonic, right?
yeah, and then one I start going gold. I mean pure gold. And he looks straight at Mineta saying, "Run before you run, or you die where you
No, he
stand."
says no. Let's say he says to Mineta, no matter. So he says, little boy, you're not supposed to be in bed. Can you please leave? Right?
And Mineta says, "I'm not a boy. I'm not a little boy. I'm the same age as you. I'm just a short guy."
And then he starts like looking at Izuku's wings are turning pure gold and blue, right? Like gold and blue. No, gold and black.
And Deku just pulling the girls in with his wings.
I mean, he holds them all with his hand. And then Izuku says, yeah, I think all four of them.
And all the guys their eyes just turn right at them, including the girls. And Nita says,
Right?
and Nita with his burger saying, "This is not illegal, sir." Says, "Fuck off, Four Eyes."
And let's say Izuku knew Bakugo, but Bakugo moved away, right? And Bakugo remembers Izuku being a nice little boy.
And Baku says, "You finally broke that."
And then he says Izuku, because Bakugo never bullied him.
And Nizuku says, "Why hello, Katsuki." He doesn't call him Kachan. Let's just say he doesn't.
He call him Kachi. That's the gayest nickname I've ever heard. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
A lot of people might like it, but I hate it.
It just sounded obnoxious. Ugh. Annoying, basically.
Kachi.
Ugh. He says,
What?
"Why hello, Bakugo."
How are you?
Or he says cousin. Let's say like they're cousins.
Okay. He says hello. He says hello, little cousin.
And Bakugo says, "I'm not little. I'm just a year younger than you."
Right?
And to him, he says, "To me, you're still little." He says, "Fuck off, Deku." He says, "Fuck off."
He says no. He says Izuku. He says go Izuku.
And
Right? And Izuku says, nah, buddy. You high. You smoking like good.
says, "Do you want some?" He says, "Do you want some of that good?" And Bakugo says,
And then Bakugo said, just because I am not in college first year yet, does not mean I'm literally.
and he says, "That's not what I mean."
Bakugo's at last year of high school. Right? Last year of high school.
And Deku had
says, okay, I will see you next year, Kaji.
and let's say Deku had a pack of cigarettes on him.
Right? All the girls were hugging Izuku in the wings. And Kaji noticed it. He said, Izuku, you pull it hoes, aren't you?
And says, "They're not hoes,
Yes,
they're
sir.
girlfriends. They're not hoes, they're girlfriends."
Nah, you're right.
And
Izuku says, they're my girlfriend.
And Katsuki says, "You have a harem?"
Right?
Basically.
And Izuku looks at Kaji and says, this don't count as a heart. It's a shirt, does it? Right? And then Kaji says, nah, that's still a arm.
And-
it's just like,
And let's say Deku had a pack of cigarettes, on him. And they're like hanging out, and then Ida sees it saying, "Why are you smoking?"
and then Izuku says, or I swear to God, I would virtually offer this dude to not get out of my face.
And then Deku just pops out a cigarette, pops it in his mouth, and let's say he summons.
His girlfriend, let's say Ruby smells it and goes into where Izuku was. She takes it out with Izuku's mouth, drop it on the floor, smash it, and then she takes a pack of cigarettes cigarettes and use her fire, right?
And burns him up.
And she used her scythe and you destroyed it. And she says, "You're not smoking. You said you'll stop smoking."
He says, but it's the only way I really stress. Unless I'm, you know what? But we cannot do it here.
He says, unless, he said, that's the only way I really stress, unless we're in the bed and she starts looking at me. She starts looking at me. And then Jesus says, then give me back my cigars.
And let's say one survived. Let's say one survived her attack.
And one survived.
Just here, and she lights it up. Like let's say the yellow one lights it up for him. Here you go.
No, let's say two of you survived. And he says, you should try it. It's really good, honestly.
No, let's say it's a Cuban.
Right?
It's a Cuban.
Let's say it was a vape. It was just a vape.
Yeah, vape.
So Izuku says, it's really good, honestly. It helps with power.
He says, I modified it so it doesn't have nicotine in it. So I won't die from it.
And she says, okay.
And then he pulls out another one.
Says, I don't like this. I'm never trying this ever again.
Yeah, it had, you know what the flavor was?
Huh?
It was vodka. The flavor was vodka, let's say that. And let's say he pops out another one. And this one has nicotine in it. Now...
Let's say Ruby has the ability to sense something that gets on the body, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she grabs that one and says, don't touch this.
He says, hold on, give it back. And he says, Bakugo, blow this up for me. And he just throws it up at Bakugo and says, blow it up now. And Bakugo says, okay, and just blows it up. Says, thank you. Deku says, thank you, Bakugo. Now go on to Aunt.
I'm the small one. And Izuku walks up to Bakugo this time. And Bakugo's like 5'11". Bakugo says, for you, sorry though, because this still too small. And Bakugo making rain Pomeranian sounds.
You know, let's say Deku had an angry Pomeranian in his hands. He disappeared to a dog store and bought an angry Pomeranian. It appears in front of Bakugo saying, here, meet your other cousin.
Pomeranian? No, let's say, meet your other cousin. Meet Damien Bakugo. Right?
And
no,
Bakugo...
He said, meet Damien Cosby. And the Pomeranian Bakugo look at each other. They turn their heads left and right. And the Pomeranian jumped the Bakugo's arm and started making the Bakugo. And Bakugo said, I like you. And then, you guys are the same. Of course he likes you.
And Bakugo says, I'm not a Pomeranian.
And the Bakugo said, I'm going to kill you. I'm not the Pomeranian.
And Deku says, good luck.
Good luck.
Go on to Aunt.
Never gonna act up against Bakugo.
Yeah, and let's say Deku gets... Alright, let's get on to the written exam. Deku gets first place in that.
Hey, Deku in the written exam got first place easily. Higher score than Momo.
Let's say they score... Ruby scored third. The cat scored fourth. The Snows scored third. And
Ruby scored second. Yuku scored first. Ruby scored second. We scored third. Blake scored fourth. And Yang scored fifth. And Momo scored sixth.
And she's like, how are these people smarter than me?
How can he be smarter than you?
And they go, and let's say they're in different areas.
Right? Let's say all the boys try to go after the girls, and Izuku's sentence were going, what?
And Deku,
Let's say Izuku has a giant form, right? Let's say Izuku has a giant form. And Izuku, like, goes giant in the middle of
no, hold on, no.
the entry place.
No, hold on, no,
He says,
not,
I swear on my life. Huh?
no, let's not do that. They're in they're separate areas, right? Deku summons
Yeah.
a Gaster Blaster behind the girls. He says, and let's say he can talk through the Gaster Blaster saying, touch my girls, and you end up in the abyss with.
He said, touch them, and you will not have a head.
No, he says,
And you headless a body.
no, he says, you'll be dying of starvation. And the Gaster Blasters appear, and the boys are shooken down to their core.
Right?
And
All of the girls said,
you're right. The door opened, and Deku just starts running in, saying, "Hey, you're cheating. There's never a real countdown in a battle." Izuku says, and President Mike says, "He's telling the truth. Follow that good example." President Mike says, and then Deku says, "Gaster blasters." He says, "Abyssal chains."
he has infinite amounts of gas blasters.
He says, "Abyssal chains." Then he summoned his sight, his black sight.
Let's say his chains, like his chains can become, it can go on the bottom of his sight, right?
Yeah.
And he can catch people, like he's gonna throw the sight, like it's a boomerang. He can do that.
Or you know how Scorpion says, "Get over here."
Yeah, like that's what I meant. I meant like that. Beard type thing. I forgot what it's called.
It's basically a kunai. Or a hook. And let's say that All Might seen this and he says, "I thought when he gave him one fall, I thought he didn't have a quirk." He says, "Get him."
Let's say All Might took back one for.
Yeah. But Deku kept summoning his sight quirk. He says, All Might says, "What, I thought I took away all for one." All for one. And Deku says, getting cheated by your girlfriend, then unlocking your quirk. He says this out loud, says, "Feels amazing." And All Might says, "What? What?" And then I say,
Let's say that senior that was doing stuff with her after his accident was All Might's true successor.
Yes. And let's say his name was Lucas.
Let's say his name was Riser, right?
Riser?
Riser.
Yeah. He says Riser.
Riser Taka.
He says, no, he just says his first name. Says, "It's funny that the senior Riser from my school cheated, that my old girlfriend Uraka cheated with the senior Riser from my school." And then he just starts laughing maniacally. His wings appear. And let's say he starts growing black horns, like they're energy horns.
He starts growing black horns, but he's gonna destroy the robots. He's gonna make the thing that's about to hurt them, right?
Yeah.
He's just gonna destroy every robot.
And then his horns are still on.
And then after this destroys all the robots, the teacher and then he says, "Oh my God, so much better." And he starts laughing normally, and All Might is terrified, but all the other teachers are like, "So you did that on purpose, oh, right?" And now, come
No.
on.
Let's say that Midnight looks at him saying, "Oh shit! Whoever the girl that cheated on him, I feel bad." And she says, "But on the other hand, I don't."
Let's say let's say midnight. Let's say Zuko's gave a like his whole clothes grid and he was wearing feathers like assault mode, right?
Yeah, like Meliodas.
Yeah, like assault mode. But they formed out of his and his like feathers. So it's darkness on him and he lives in the feathers on top of the darkness. And then they're looking at Zuko. They notice that even with all of the feathers and the black suit, Zuko has a beautiful body. What you call it?
And let's say Deku says, "Alright, I'm gonna go fly and see what they're doing." And he looks at a camera saying, "I'm gonna see what you guys are doing," and just snaps his fingers and appears behind them saying, "Why, hello."
You know, let's say he plays Ghost on because he already completed his pet. Right? Let's say
No,
he kisses her and then he goes to another kiss and he leaves it first. Then a robot tries to attack him. Right? And Zuko just summons a giant gaster blaster. He says, "Obliterate every actor and put it under the path." Right?
yeah. No, you know what he does? He summons a Gaster Blaster. He says, he turns him into their colors. Like, he can change the color of the bone. He makes a red Gaster Blaster for Ruby, a white Gaster Blaster for the Snow one, a purplish one for the Cat one, and a red one, a yellow one for the Brutes. And they
Yeah.
like, so it looks like they summoned it.
Right?
And then Deku appears behind them saying, "I am Izuku Midoriya, the king of the abyss."
And let's say he got a drink. Right?
Yeah,
He has a drink.
let's say it's
And
a
he's drinking. He's like, "Hi, I'm the Midoriya,
the king of the abyss.
the king of darkness."
And let's say he has a Cuban in his mouth.
Right?
And he takes it out and puffs a smoke out. And they turn around and he says, nice to meet ya." And let's
And
say,
he kisses them. Right? And he kisses them. And then he just teleported away.
no, President Mike starts laughing. And when Deku teleported away, Aizawa says, "I need him in my class." And
Yeah.
and Nezu was
And
thinking,
Aizawa and Zuko are gonna have the best relationship ever. Like, like brothers. Like that's brothers. You see, Zuko and Aizawa are gonna be the same. Extremely OP, but extremely lazy.
yeah.
Good. Imagine Aizawa actually having muscle on his body, though.
Yeah.
Like, he would be killing people.
You know what I'm gonna do for this? I'm gonna do President Mike X Knight, President Mike X Aizawa, but President Mike is gonna be a female.
Alright, done. Let's give President Mike a little harder. I said President Mike. I was gonna say, then President Mike X Aizawa X Midnight actually does like Aizawa.
Or we can do a threesome with that. Deku, Midnight, Mike, and Aizawa.
Yeah, we should do that.
So all his teachers are basically gonna be dating.
And she was like, well, when class with Omar. You can see Ruby.
All right, hold on. We're going ahead of.
And Blake.
We're going too ahead. We forgot to say I thought of something really funny for the letter thing. Deku they get the letters, right? Deku says,
Right.
"Be right back in a second," and appears with 24Ks of like beer, basically, just beer.
Beer. Core beer.
Not
And
not
the teachers, except all my kids said, we're gonna have a party.
no. He brings Eraserhead, Film, Present Mike, and Vlad the 1B teacher, and Midnight to his house, saying, "Why, hello, I'm the student that you guys met a few minutes ago. You wanna have a party? Like, you don't even know us." He says, "Fuck it, it's a party." He gives them all beers.
Alright?
And he just starts cooking. Says, "What do you guys want?"
Let's say they had this in the backyard. So let's visit his house. Right? They had this in the backyard. Having a barbecue. And they having a barbecue.
And let's say Deku has his backyard is with a lake, a motorcycle track, and a horse track.
Right?
And it's
a rich boy house.
Yeah, it's basically a billionaire's house.
Alright? And all of them are, Aizawa said, you're my favorite student. Aizawa just look at the other one and said, you're my student.
You're gonna be my favorite student if you get my school, in my class. And Deku says, and then he just pops out his vape and just starts vaping.
And Aizawa said, hey, you gotta get one of those.
And he says, "Sure, this one doesn't have nicotine." Aizawa says, "So you're not really addicted to it?" "No, it just helps me release stress. Unless I'm in bed." And Aizawa just
They
starts,
have flavors, right?
yeah.
Deku says, right now I have 4 on me without nicotine. I have grape flavor,
Vodka,
orange flavor, and
and tequila.
What do you want? Huh?
He said he has
They said he
vodka
has
and
5
tequila.
Huh?
He has 2 other flavors, like vodka and tequila.
Right? And he says, which one do you want? And Aizawa said, give me that tequila.
It sounds
And
good.
Aizawa sitting on a chair, watching everyone else play while smoking. Or vaping, like.
Basically. And the girls are just in the pool. And they have white bikinis on.
Right. All the girls are in the pool, right?
Yeah. Or the lake, basically.
If you just see Izuku being a little bit of a Jiraiya, right?
Yeah.
Izuku being a little bit of a Jiraiya. He's staring and then looking away. Aizawa is doing the same thing.
And you know what?
Let's say,
Deku.
Blake noticed, right? Blake noticed the black people.
Yeah.
She noticed. And she said, what you staring at? He teleported for the what you staring at?
And Deku just snaps his fingers real quick. You know what he does? He tells Aizawa, "If you want, you can stay the night." And just teleports him, Aizawa, Midnight, and Fem Present Mike into a separate room. And then Deku teleport himself, Blake, Ruby, and all
Ruby, and Yang.
Yang, basically all of them to his room. And he's drunk, by the way. He's drunk.
Yeah. He's drunk and he's high at the same time. Which is possible, but you can impossible.
And you know what he does?
He said, hey, I was staring at you. What
He
you gonna
says,
do
I was
about
staring
it?
at all of you.
What you gonna do about it? Isaiah was going.
As I was thinking in his head, he's definitely my favorite student.
He says, that's definitely my favorite student now. No question answered, no question asked.
And then Aizawa, Midnight, and Fem President Mike just do it that night, and so does Deku and the girls. And Deku wakes
Deku was
up.
going, you couldn't watch the next.
Let's say
Right
Deku
before
wakes up and he says,
Mike and Midnight couldn't watch either. He says, what the hell happened? And he gets a flat. And he said, dude, I went crazy.
and then Deku just starts getting a headache. Says, "Fuck, I still have a hangover." And then he just snaps his finger, and a coffee appears in his hand, and starts drinking it. And then Aizawa wakes up saying, "What the fuck happened last night? You, Midnight, and Fem President Mike did it."
Right? And then Zuko just snaps his hand, and I dog at the couch. And they're just sitting there on the couch watching some early television. Totally forgot they didn't at school today. Totally forgot.
And the students that are there saying, "What? Where the fuck is our teacher?" And then let's say Deku remembers and he says, "Fuck!" And I thought, "What?
And Isaiah says, what?
We had school today." And I thought, "Shit!" And let's say they're just like a few minutes late. And Deku just snaps his fingers. They're all dressed. And they appear in the school saying, "Shit, that party was..."
And then when Grid, he tried to stand up, right? He
Yeah.
couldn't stand up. And Zuko said, okay, maybe I don't want to look too hard. So, Midnight and Person 1 couldn't watch either. Yeah, I did a little bit too hard.
No, let's say they appear in the classroom. They appear in the classroom after that. And the student says, "Where the fuck have you guys been?" And let's say Deku says, "We may have had a party in my place and got drunk."
This is Bakugo talking. And Bakugo's like, you had a party, but you did not invite me.
This little cousin,
I'm sorry, little cousin.
it was adult business. It was for adults.
He said, that's adults.
And
So
Baku,
he totally slipped my mind. And Bakugo gets a little bit better because he said, I am not a child. And Bakugo, let's say Bakugo was there as an intern for his, like as an intern, right?
yeah.
Because get used to high school. Because because Bakugo is still in high school.
And Bakugo starts getting a little tick off, and a little explosion appears in his hand. And Aizawa just erases it. "Not now, kids. I still have a hangover." Just here. Deku snaps his fingers, and a coffee appears in Aizawa's hand, saying, "I put something in it." And Aizawa's like,
Let me make Isaiah say this. Isaiah said, Ezekiel, I see a beautiful future in your life. And Ezekiel says, I see a beautiful future in your life too. And his dreams broke. And Ezekiel spawns 2 sleepers days. And Isaiah said, I don't want to be in class today. So do what the hell you want.
no, and Deku,
now you see,
Deku sleeps like a bat, basically.
right?
And he goes up onto the roof, and he goes upside down, saying, "Wake me up when the bell rings."
No, let's say both Isaiah and Deku climb onto the roof and sleep on the roof.
I mean, like the ceiling, like they sleep upside down on the ceiling.
Alright? You'll be sleeping.
And they're like, "How the fuck are they sleeping upside down?"
And Ruby, let's say Ruby and her squad, they're like, that's so normal.
And the other girl, and everyone looks at them saying, "How the fuck is that normal?"
They say, you see, you can use the word sleep like an actual bad. So,
And let's say that let's say horror Deku nightmare Deku appears.
right? Nightmare Deku sees Deku's happy, not like ready to destroy the universe. So he's not shaking, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he accidentally wakes up Deku, and Deku lets out a bloodlust, even stained hand.
And feels, you can feel that from Tennessee to Japan.
That's far. And so that means all the universes are feeling that.
And Ink appears saying, Nightmare, get the fuck out of here.
Get out now, like, if you want to live, get out.
And Ink looks at Deku and says, go back to sleep. You're making the AU shake. And he goes back to sleep. And Ink says,
And says, I'm gonna have severe chocolate nightmares from now on.
no, Ink says, I almost had a heart attack. Like, who are you? Are you a villain? No, I'm just an opposite version of him. I'm the creator and protector of the multiverse. Now, if you need me, I'll be talking to Ink, Nightmare. And he appears in front of Nightmare. He says, never do that again.
Don't ever wake him up.
If you want to live and become the ruler of the multiverse. If you become the ruler of the multiverse. If there's a chance, do not wake him up because he'll destroy it. Sure.
Yeah, cool.
What?
And then Nightmare says, yes, sir.
I didn't hear what you said. I didn't understand what you said. What you said?
I was talking to my sister.
Ah.
Don't worry about it.
What do you think Nightmare would say?
Nightmare says, yes, sir. Ready?
And horror Deku appears.
Wake him up.
And the same Nightmare Deku appears. Says, why are you guys trembling?
And then let's say they still feel he feels a little bit of that bloodlust. And then he's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I know why you guys are trembling now.
Because the portal is still open. And then Dust Tail Deku appears. And he says, nope, never mind, I'm going somewhere else.
And let's say Izuku stopped being scared of Ink, right?
Yeah.
So Izuku's not scared of Ink.
And Deku just Ink basically just closed that portal and says, never do that again in your fucking life.
You still defend me.
And just disappears. And then Deku wakes up saying, did something happen? No, nothing, that you let out an entire fucking amount of bloodlust that you could feel it from Tennessee. And Deku says, alright. And everyone else in that classroom was like,
let's say Alzawa's girl. Alzawa's girl, Izuku's like, that's so normal. Like, that's normal.
yeah, no, like, let's say both of them woke up.
Both of them woke up. And then Aizawa's like, this bloodless left us back. And they faced together. The whole world was
demolished. And like, they were on their knees.
Let's say the class 8 woke up Izuku and Aizawa. And then, that's when that he said, which one of you dumbasses woke him up? And then he noticed that Izuku and Aizawa are both saying that. He said, which one of you woke him up?
And then they point at Mineta.
And then Mineta said, I can feel that blood.
I can feel that bloodlust to the end of the multiverse. And your multiverse is in the center.
Angel said, I can feel this in the middle of the multiverse. And I live over 2 trillion, no, 2 quadrillion miles from it.
No, light years.
In a
Light
different
years.
universe.
2 quadrillion light years away. That's like the furthest distance we have on Earth, basically.
So yeah, so I live light years over from you. If you guys ever do that again, you guys will not.
You were want to pray to God.
Even God was. I said even God himself.
And let's say an angel appears saying, "What's with all the amount of bloodlust here?"
And then the angel knows who Ziku is, right? Who Ziku is. He said, which one of you woke him up? Right? Which one of you woke him up?
And they're like,
trying to destroy the multiverse again?
and they say, and no, he says, "Is Nightmare's trying to destroy the multiverse again?" No. I had a firm talk with him a few minutes ago. It wasn't him.
And angel says, no. We're okay. And the angel disagrees and the angel.
And then the entire class asks, who are you? I'm an angel.
It's
God thought it was the devil trying to start Armageddon again.
right. They say Zuko's blood has got the devil tripping. The devil was tripping.
And let's say a demon appears right next to the angel saying, "What happened?" He woke
And
you.
the demon looks at Zuko. He feels the blood of his. He says, okay. Nobody panic. We don't want him destroying hell.
They're like, "You're a demon." The demon says, "I don't give a fuck right now. I don't want to die again. The hell was destroyed 100 times already. I don't need the devil getting on my case again." And let's say Lucifer appears saying, "What happened?" And the demon points at.
Looks at Izuku. Please don't make him mad.
And they're like, "Even the devil is scared of him." Let's say he's the son of a god and the devil. He says, "Of course I'm scared of my son."
Right?
And then God appears saying, "Oh, it's Izuku."
And then God says, let's say the devil sees now. Right? And the devil says, woo! Devil, oh,
What? I think.
bloodlust is that over.
And then Deku wakes up okay normally and says, "Oh, hi mom, hi dad."
Right? So Inko is the devil, while Sashi is the
No, reverse. Inko is the
Huh?
god. Inko is the god and Hisashi is the devil.
okay, right?
Because Inko
And then
is two tier.
That's when Bakugo says, hi Edgy, hi Uncle. I mean, he said, hi Edgy, hi Uncle. And they say, hi, hello little Bakugo. And Bakugo said, I am not little.
And then no, Hisashi says, "How you doing, little imp?" And Bakugo is getting a little ticked off.
He said, hey, what's up with you calling me little, bro? Not little.
And let's say his horns and devil wings appear.
Right?
I am not little.
Because I tell you, he inherited both the devil and the evil power, just like he's
Mm.
because family's related. So there has to be a led by something, right? His demon wings, his horns are showing that I am not little. Izuku says, "You really are."
And then Deku's demonic wings appear, like black angel wings appear. Then a black halo and black horns appear.
Right. Let's say Izuku's wings is black and yellow. His horns is black and yellow. His tail is black and the end of it is yellow. Right? His wings look like angel wings, but it's black and yellow.
And let's say All Might walks in. Says, "Who are you, villain?" "I'm the devil. It's Sashi Midoriya." And Inko says, "I am the god, Inko Midoriya." And they say, "I'm an angel, I'm a demon. I'm Kazuki Bakugo, a demon with a quirk explosion. I'm the intern." And then Deku says, "I'm Izuku Midoriya, or you can call me the Antichrist. I'm the demon. I'm a demon and an angel. Quirk, universe."
Depends on how I feel. Let's say it depends on how I feel. Right?
What?
Or depends on how I'm feeling.
Let's
You have the power to heal, but you can also have the power to destroy.
And I can visit different universes.
Okay.
And then All Might says, and then he said, "May I know why you're here?" Oh no, Deku just had a lot of amount of bloodlust because someone woke him up from his nap. And All Might just sees Deku that is still upside down, and Aizawa that's still upside down. You know what he just does? He runs to Nezu's office, grabs Nezu, and takes him to the classroom. Says, "You're dealing with this. I am not," and just walks away. And Nezu's like, "You piece of shit." "Hello, I'm Principal Nezu. May I know who you are?" "I'm the god and he's the devil." She's, let's say the angel was a girl. He said, "She's one of my angels and he's one of the devil's demons. My son is basically him. And this dude is my little nephew." Basically.
And they said, Izuku Midoriya, don't ever get mad. He has enough power to destroy everything already.
No, they say never get him mad while he's sleeping, or you may end up in hell or heaven in matters of seconds. And they just like a light portal appears and a demonic gate. No, a golden gate and demonic gates appear, saying, "We'll be going now." And they just walk into the gates and the gates disappear. And then Aizawa and Deku wakes up saying, "Alright, I'm done with the hangover." And Deku just shakes up and takes out his vape pen basically and starts vaping. Vape takes a little whiff. Like
Let's say his mother takes it out of his hand. That's right.
Yeah.
And he says, "Young man, you're not doing that."
But it doesn't have nicotine.
And Izuku says, "You don't have nicotine, though." And Mama says, "No buts." Right?
And then the devil shows one of his hands. And then God disappears. He says, "Here you go." And Deku says, "Thank you, Dad," and just starts and vapes. And the flavor, let's say, is vodka. "Yes, you call me the vodka." Alright, I'll be going now. And he just puts it away. And God is looking at this, and and Inko's like, "How the fuck did he have another one?" No, he says, "How the freak does he had another one?" Because they don't cuss up there. Yeah. Deku just takes a seat. Aizawa just says, the end of the day, basically, you may leave now. No, actually, no, we have a quick assessment test.
Let's say Aizawa and Izuku just go to the super sorry.
No, they say we have the quick assessment test. For you, rest of you guys. I already know how strong those four and him are. Now you guys do it. Yeah, they're nowhere near Deku or the 4 power level. So let's get that and let's get to Deku's place. Deku says we still have some. What should the beer be? Bud Light, vodka, tequila, Corona. What should it be? Or Molen? Let's say it's a Bud Light. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm listening.
Yeah, he says we still have some Bud Light cans. Do you want one? That's sure. And then Hawk appeared and he says, "Oh shoot, Hawk's just calling me saying yes. Can I come over? Sure." And Hawks just appears saying, "Is flying over." And he's there saying, "Oh hey Zuku, you want one?" And Deku has a beer in his hand saying, "Oh hi Hawks, you want one?" Hawk says sure, and Deku just throws him one. And they just Hawks is like, how are you chill with Zaiwa? I thought he was, angry. No, he just has anger issues with kids. But I'm cool, calm, collected. I got his favorite beer here. I even got some vape pens that he likes. And I got tequila in the back.
And my boy Hawks just says, "You're truly a god."
And let's say his girlfriend, let's say Toya Todoroki never left, and she's a female basically. Oh shit! My computer turned off. Hold on guys, I need to pause real quick. In the video. Sorry guys, I had to pause and my computer turned off. Anyways, yeah, and Hawk says, "Oh shit, my girlfriend is calling me." Says invite her over. He says, "Are you sure?" Yeah. Yeah. Aizawa's and my girlfriends are here, so why not? And Toya he says, "Go to the room on your left. That's where the other girls are at." And she says, "Okay." And she walks in, and the door is open, and she says, "Hello." And they're like, "Who are you?" "I am Toya Todoroki. I'm the girlfriend of Hawks, the guy that's in the other room with other dudes." Alright, so come over. And they're just painting their nails, basically. Ow. I'm talking of the fun they had the other day.
Oh no.
What happened?
I died.
On what?
Oh, fucking PUBG.
What?
I got spammed from 4 ways. So I died in PUBG. Mad.
Mom said to walk the dog with me.
I'm recording.
Okay, now come on, let's go back to the video.
And yeah, so and Toya says, "You guys really did all of that?" He says, "Yes." Well, shit. Me and Hawks haven't lost our virginities yet. Virginities yet. What, Mom? I can watch her if she walks right here in the area. I can see her perfectly. I can see her perfectly. I'm recording a video, please. No. No, I can see her perfectly here. I'm doing a... Please, Mom. Mom, please. Mom, please. But I can't move my computer. I cannot move my computer. I can see her perfectly. But I'm talking with someone else at the same time. And I cannot move my computer. I cannot move my computer. Yes. Let's get on with the video.
Oh Lord. Yo, mom's like my mom. They don't care about what we doing.
And that and they're like, since when were you guys dating? First year of UA, and we're 3 years right now. And they say you haven't lost your virginity yet. I'm kind of surprised. Toya says, "Why you?" We let's say Ruby and the girl says we lost our virginity during high school.
Right.
Deku lost his virginity a long time ago with a different girl that cheated on him. Now let's say Uraka got into you, right? And she's saying the dorms over there.
No, let's say no. Let's use something. I like other material. Let's say no. Let's say Deku lost his virginity in the middle of 10 months, or if they still lost their virginity in those 10 months.
Yeah. And they lost it during that party.
Yeah, they lost it during the party.
And they just made up a lie that we lost our virginities during those 10 months.
Well, why are they lying for?
You know what? No. They didn't lie.
They just said we all lost our virginity soon anyway, so right?
Yeah. And you know what Deku does? You know what he says to Aizawa and Hawks? He says that they can both live there with him and his girls.
Right?
And their girls can live there too.
Hell no. Oh hell no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What happened? What happened?
And they're like, oh really? So you have another house or something? And
No.
Deku says, yes.
He says,
Yes, he said he does have another house. Remember the house he used to live with his parents' house?
yeah, that's
His
basically an
parents were
apartment.
like,
That's an apartment.
right? It's a luxury apartment.
Instead of he saying that they can stay there, no, he said he can stay in the house they're in right now. They can each have their own floor because each floor has like 3 bedrooms, a kitchen, a bar area that's stocked up with beer, booze, everything, and different amounts of bathrooms and all of that. They say, really? Yeah. And each room is padded with soundproof walls.
And you know, I saw it just like fist bump, and Deku said, yes sir, you know what's gonna happen.
Alex what are you guys talking? And they look at him saying, no, you aren't a... And Hawk says, alright. And they say, we need to get you laid with that girl now.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, they say we are disappointed in you.
Right? We're disappointed in you.
And Deku says, you better do it tonight. And Hawk says, alright, I'll ask her. And Deku says, me and Aizawa will be on the 5th floor of this building. What do you mean? There's an entire gaming room up there. Like it's decked out with all the latest consoles. Let's say they have a PSC. Like a PSC. Five.
A PS5?
Yeah, basically a
Xbox Series
PS5. An Xbox. The brand new Xbox. Like 100 PCs are decked out with the best. I mean the best gear.
And they're like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna be staying here. Alright.
And then later that night, Hawks asks Toya if they want to do it. And Aizawa and Hawks told the girls that they can stay there. They can live with Deku and the other girls. And then Hawks asks Toya, do you want to do it? Toya says, sure, why not? Let's go back in time a bit where the girls were talking. They say, you better do it with Hawks. Says, fine, I'll do it. And they do it. I mean, dog style, cowgirl style, everything. And they did it. And Hawks tells the boys, and Toya tells the girls, and they're like, alright, you can come into the gaming area now. The gaming area. And Hawk's like, yes. There's beer, snacks up there. There's even vodka. And they load up a game of Minecraft, modern Minecraft. Yeah, and they play that game. And then they go to sleep with their girls. Alright. Next day of UA. It's the hero versus villains. You wanna know how long this video has been going on for?
What?
An hour and 42 minutes.
Damn.
If we're really enjoying ourselves recording this video.
Exactly, we didn't even notice.
Yeah. And then they're like, and All Might rigged it so Deku could be the villain. And his successor
They think Deku's gonna be a villain, but nobody's gonna be.
He's basically, you know what he is?
What?
He's a godfather, basically, in the mob. He's basically that. He basically runs the mob there. And any rivalry families there know to not mess with him. So they try and get on his good side.
So they all know Deku can kill them all.
Yeah. And Aizawa knows this and he says, I'm a pro hero and should stop this, but nah, he hasn't done anything criminal. He says, and Deku recruits him. So All Might is like a double agent. And so is Midnight and Present Mike. So they're all three of them are pro heroes basically, and a part of the mob. Hawks is a part of the mob, and Toya is a part of the mob. But the girls don't do nothing. They're just there to get the boys out of jail if they get caught.
Or they're just there.
Just to get them out if they get caught and get put in prison. And that opens a portal to a AU where they don't exist at all.
Right?
AU, you know what they do there? Collect protection money. Collect money. Collect protection money. Collect everything.
Let's say they're gonna do, but after Izuku gets all the money, he goes back, and then they said, "Oh, you're innocent. You don't need the money." And Izuku's like, "What the fuck? I went to a whole different universe to get this."
They say, you know what you can do with it? Donate it to charity.
And then Izuku's like, "Haha, no."
And he says,
That's 1.5 mil. I'm not donating that.
donate.
I'll donate it like 100K.
No, you know what the girl says? Either donate half of it, or you get no cuddles tonight.
Then Izuku says,
And Deku's
fine.
thinking this through. So I either lose my cuddles tonight, or I get $1.5 million. He says, no, I'm donating half of it. He donates the entire money. He says, fuck it, I really don't need it. And he donates all of it to charity. And gets more than cuddles at night. Alright, heroes versus villains. Deku, on my visit, so Deku and his girlfriends becomes the villains, basically. It's him and Ruby versus the senior and who should be the Uraraka.
It's Uraraka.
I just thought of something funny. Ruby versus Uraraka and Deku versus the senior. Deku just goes onto the roof, snaps his fingers, and all my saying, why are you snapping your fingers? Well, All Might, or Toshinori, I'm just teleporting my rival up here, or the hero basically, and the other hero to my girlfriend. Says, I am the judgment of the void. I choose where you go to heaven or hell. And let's say a demon and an angel appear saying, and let's say multiple angels and demons appear in the watch room saying, let's enjoy the show, guys. And everyone turned around saying, what are you guys? We're demons and angels. We came to enjoy the show. And the devil, let's say Deku's dad appears, but Inko doesn't. Sashi appears saying, I haven't watched my son beat up somewhere in years.
Now let's say Inko appears
Inko's watching from the heavens.
in the middle of the fight. No, let's say Inko appears in the middle of the fight. Right? And she's like, damn it, I missed all the good parts.
And Hasashi says, no, the fight just got started. Because let's say he was letting the senior attack for a bit. And that Deku says, I'm the judgment. I am the judge of the abyss. I call upon the abyssal chains. Then let's say hands appear around. A black, a white, red, teal, dark blue, purple, yellow, green. I think that's all the colors, right?
Yeah.
And then he says, I use the hand of justice, the yellow hand, basically, and then it just starts shooting laser beams or beams basically. He says, I use teal of levitation and just levitates him right there, or just keeps him there. He says, the abyssal chains will judge you, and just throws them at the thing and wraps around him. He says, you have committed the sin of lust, and you had made a girl, or you had joined a girl to cheat on her partner. And then while that's happening,
This abyssal mode,
change.
his whole body becomes a giant shadowy figure.
And let's say, let's go to the point of view of Ruby and Roraka. She says, while they're getting the party started up there, let's get the party started down here. And let's say Inko's watching this fight mostly because, let's be honest, it's one of her daughters-in-law basically. Ruby basically just summons two sights. And she says,
Inko did not know about this.
and she says, I am the Red Death. And her sights are glowing blood red. And they combine. You know how both stabs sometimes disconnect? They combine. Each sight is pointing one way, and she just starts spinning it in circles. And then just cuts up some pillars, and then just kicks it out of the raka. And they're like in a different roof. And both of the heroes can't get to the bomb. And then Hasashi looks over to see the fight. He's like, ooh. I don't know where she's going when she dies. It says where. It says probably a heaven. Nah. She has cheated on her lover. She has committed the sin of lust. There's no way of her getting to heaven. There's no even way of redeeming her. She's going straight to hell. And the demons just start laughing. And the demons just start laughing like maniacs. And they just have popcorn in their hands, and they're just eating it. They look back at Deku versus the senior, basically.
They're like, oh Lord, I'm gonna enjoy this.
We're looking at the other good fight. And then Deku says, I summon the Abyss Blasters, or the Gaster Blasters. And
he says, I summon the Dark Shadow Lord Blasters.
The Dark Shadow Lord Blasters, basically. And they appear, like, let's say 15 appear around the, what was his name again?
Izuku.
No, not Deku. Riser. And he says, Riser, do you surrender or do you choose death? There's no way these boneheads can kill me. And then
let's say you summon 20 more. Let's say you summon 20 more.
21.
Now they're around.
No, instead of 21, he summons 69.
Yeah, so you summoned 69 of them.
Do you get the joke there?
I do. But we're not gonna talk about it. Okay.
Yeah, no. Let's see if people get it in the comments. Anyways, he summons 69, and he goes, do you surrender or do you choose death? And let's say he says, there's no way these boneheads or these ancient bones can hurt me. And then the Gaster Blasters just starts, a black energy ball starts appearing in their mouth, and their jaws dislocate, like,
their jaws open up.
Yeah, and get a cut through the middle and open up even more. And they're ready to fire. And their eyes turn, one eye turn light gold, like gold. Says, are you sure about that? These beams shoot, they choose whether you go to heaven or hell.
But
Yes, I
I'm pretty sure
surrender.
you're not going anywhere.
You're going straight to purgatory. Worse than hell.
Purgatory. Worse than hell. You feel like your skin is burning off.
No, he says you get to watch the living have fun lives. You get to watch the demons even have fun lives. You get to watch angels have fun lives. While you're just an outcast. You're stuck in a window of imagination of others. And he says, I surrender. And Deku says, and snaps his fingers, and it all disappears. And Deku summons 2 abyssal chains and just surrounds his feet, the Riser's feet, and just plants them onto the floor.
Let's say Riser was paid into it, so he still has the chance to.
What?
Let's say Araka paid Riser into it, right?
Hmm.
So he has a little bit of a chance.
But this takes away that little chance. He says, it was fun fucking her. And Deku says, you took away your little amount of chance of you getting into hell. And Deku just starts laughing, saying, see, you're in purgatory. And let's say Demon King Meliodas appears. And Goddess Elizabeth appears too. And they go like, right next to Inko and Hasashi, saying, did we miss the fight? And they say, yes, but we recorded it. And says, can we have it? Says, here you go. And they just summon a tape on the hand and give it to Demon King Meliodas and Goddess powered Elizabeth, basically.
This supreme deity understands.
Whatever, basically. Whatever Elizabeth is. And they just disappear back into their dimension. And they show the 7 deadly sins. And they say instead of Escanor and Bon losing their immortality and dying, they still survive the attack. And then Deku's like, wow. Oh, this is gonna be. He goes and then they say, you ready to see, Hasashi and Inko's son fight? They're like, yeah. And they just put on the tape and they're just enjoying it. It's like, this kid has, yeah, no, I'm not fighting him. With even all the pride I have, I'm not fighting him. And they all look over. You would never back down from a fight, but you back down from this kid? Have you seen the abilities he has? It looks like he was only using 0.1% of his powers. And it's true. He never uses 100% of his powers.
Let's say the highest he ever used his power was 3.
No, just 1%.
I want it to be 3.
No, he's too OP. Come on.
Oh yeah, 1%.
Oh shoot, I need to go get my charger real quick, okay?
Yeah, I'm done.
I'll be back in a second. And this is almost 2 hours long.
Okay. And we all know
Let's go.
Izuku just like let's save the mortal. Well, he doesn't kill him. He just takes his soul.
No, you know what he does?
Let's say he replaces the soul of the mortal with somebody even cleaner,
For Riser?
Yeah, Riser.
No. Deku shows no sympathy to either Uraraka.
He didn't show sympathy. He legit took the soul and gave it to someone else.
Yeah. He gives it to someone that had felt hatred. To the same person. Towards the same thing they have gotten cheated on. And let's say his quirk, Razor's quirk was able to turn into a dragon, like a full-on dragon.
Right.
And the quirk that was that Razor's soul was given to the dude's quirk was
Power
flight,
augmentation.
flight, or a bird, basically a bird.
No, power augmentation. The ability to increase your power by a certain amount of times.
Two powers for each 15 seconds.
Right? Times two.
Times two.
Times two at best.
Yeah.
If he goes past times two, he's gonna hurt himself.
Yeah. You're basically making Issei Hyoto.
Yes, we just made a Hisei.
But we're not giving him the power of the Red Emperor Dragon. Anyways, Uraraka's and Ruby fight ends up with Uraraka getting multiple cuts and a sight next to her throat. And Ruby says, "Do you surrender, Ochako Uraraka? You whore." And they're like, "What do you mean, whore?" "Oh, she hasn't told no one, hasn't she? Besides her parents. She's the one who cheated on Deku with that kid up there." Oh. And let's say Manana says, "I'll still smash."
let's say, what do you call her? This.
Which one? Momo or Inko?
Okay.
Let's say Momo. Let's say Momo creates a taser.
Okay. And she just tastes that living.
He shoots Manetta. And let's say Hisashi and Inko are just like,
this is my favorite girl in this whole school now.
Besides the other four. You know who I'm talking about. And they look, and they're like, and besides Kendo. They say besides Kendo.
So now, besides Kendo. And now what else?
Yeah, we should end the video here. It's been going on for 2 hours long.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it the fight of Uraraka and Ruby.
Yeah. Alright, my Luna Pack, that'll be the end of the video. Bye bye.
Bye bye.